All right, so we're coring underneath this sidewalk, putting in new line. All these lines were full of shingle gravel. There was no catch basin. I want to show you guys what this does when you don't have a catch basin for shingle gravel. So this entire pipe is full. Like, it weighs a crazy amount of weight because of how heavy the shingle gravel is, but the entire 4-inch system was full of shingle gravel. So they had to pay to have a whole new system put in, because literally when it's gravel from the gutter all the way to the pop-up, there's nothing you can do. So these are 2x3 downspouts, and I keep saying that 2x3 downspouts, you don't want to put a 4-inch line on a single 2x3 downspout. Now we'll run this 2x3 and this 2x3 into, you know, 2 3-inch lines. We'll actually keep them on the 3-inch line because look at that little gutter up there. So those are just little ornamental gutters. There's no water whatsoever. You're fine. You can go ahead and cut that. There's nothing for high volume. So we're going to take those 2 gutters, keep them on the 3-inch line. It's a 3-inch plus, which I like. It's a really nice size for the 2x3 downspouts. It really is. Now, if both downspouts looked like that, where it's a real dominant run, responsible for all that rooftop water, including some coming off the second story, then that's a different story. Like, you want to put both of them on their separate 3-inch line, and then if you merge them together, you want to use a 4-inch Y, and we've showed that in many videos. So the guys are putting copper right where the connections are. They're also taping them, but you can see Cal already put copper right where that connection's going to go. He's going to tape it, and that should be enough. But just for a little added insurance, we're going to put some of this copper sock over it as well. And then we're going to put some copper sulfate in this trench. We just have way too many roots. Patrick's doing the same over here. So Patrick has 2 3-inch Ys. You just use a piece of the corrugated pipe itself to connect the 2 Ys. And the tie, we have this little ornamental gutter over here. It's not responsible for anything to speak of for water. And we have a real small gutter over here, same thing. Exact same thing. It's just so that water doesn't drip. But there's no rooftop to speak of right there. There's no second story water coming to that one. So you always have to look at your gutter troughs. You always want to look at your gutter troughs to see how much water you're collecting. And that's how you size your pipe. But all 3 of these 2x3s are going to be on a 3-inch plus. I mean, we're going to have 3-inch plus on all 3 of the 2x3 downspouts and the main. We want it to stay clean. All this shingle gravel that was piled in the old system because it was 4-inch and it didn't flow any water, there you go. You know, you always say, give me proof. Show me. Well, look, I've lived a whole lifetime of it, but I'll show you what I've been looking at my entire career. These 4-inch pipes don't flow enough water with a 2x3 downspout. It just doesn't happen. And quite frankly, unless you're in the tropical storm region, either does a 3x4. But if you're in Louisiana and Florida and you guys get those monsoons and those hurricanes, okay, on a 3x4, I could see running 4-inch. You're going to keep it clean. Patrick put a lot of copper on those 2 3-inch Ys. He made a pretty cool manifold right there. Got 3 lines coming in to 1 3-inch main line that's going out underneath the walkway. So take a look at this manifold. We got a Y, and then we got another Y, so that we can grab 3 lines and take it into one. So Cal put a sediment trap right there. That's my favorite catch basin right there. That 4-inch is so nice for this. Taping things up, slipping copper over it. We're gonna put some copper sulfate in this trench. All right, there you go, 3 lines. You need 2 Ys to do this. The guys made a really cool manifold. Got all 3 of those downspouts tied into one 3-inch plus. Remember, our 3-inch plus is about 8% larger than just 3-inch. That's what it is. It's a little over 8% larger, gives you 8% more area, and we just find it just to be so like spot on for 2x3 downspouts, and then single 3x4s work great here in the north on this. All right, so Trevor, he's hooking up a catch basin to the 3-inch plus right now. He ran under the sidewalk with dual wall. That is dual wall culvert pipe in 4-inch. The 3-inch plus slides right in it. Why do we do that? Well, when you go under a walk, you tend to make it like a belly. It's a liability, in my opinion. So if we slide a piece of culvert pipe in that's rigid and it's not going to form like that, and then we pack dirt around that, now I know this is on a perfect slope, runs under the walk, perfect slope, no bellies, nothing to trap shingle gravel. Well, on that 3-inch plus, there ain't going to be no buildup of shingle gravel. This is going to come shooting out the other end. I'm telling you, shingle gravel will be in the grass. Trevor's got this line in. When you go underneath a sidewalk, you're always going to need a riser for your sediment trap. You're down deeper when you end up underneath the sidewalk. So I just wanted to point that out. It's no big deal. Just make sure to grab yourself a couple risers. There's 2 risers, so it had to come up 4 inches. Now these 3-inch lines, this 3-inch plus, it's going to stay nice and clean. Look at all this water we're pushing. Look at that big gutter. And we got gutter up here that pours onto the first story, and then it's all ending up in that trough. That 2x3 is going to be just fine with that 3-inch plus line. You can't max it out. They're evenly matched. Now shingle gravel can't build up because we're always pushing pounds per square inch. We have a lot of pressure. It's going to come shooting out of this pop-up emitter. It's never going to plug. This guy was dealing with a flooded garage, a flooded basement, had an underground buried downspout system, so he couldn't figure out what was wrong. We come here to run a camera through it, can't get through it. The whole thing is solid shingle gravel from years and years of buildup. No catch basins, so that was the problem. Put a sediment trap in so you can clean any shingle gravel that's building up in the pipe out, and you have a clean out. You have an access point of the line. Also, our pop-up is an access point. No other pop-up does this. You literally just stick a screwdriver here and pop this clip out. You can't break the clip, it's HDPE. Take the lid off, you got a clean out. You can get your hand in, you can get your camera in without taking it off. But if you wanted to jet it out, you can just pop the lid off. So that's an access point, unlike any other pop-up. And because it has a turf restrictor plate, the grass can't make it disappear. You'll always be able to find it. Now this catch basin has a turf restrictor plate. Grass can grow on it, and you can still take a screwdriver, pop this solid 4-inch cover, just take your shop vac wand and stick it in. That easy. Suck out the shingle gravel. And of course, our leaf filter is a clean out. 3 points of access. Look at this. You take the screen out. We got 3 patents on this leaf filter. We've been awarded 3 patents. It's not patent pending. We have already been awarded 3 patents for this. So, we love it. This is vented. When you chase water with air, with a vent like this, the velocity is crazy. This line's going to stay clean. This system's going to work efficient. A lot of shingle gravel in these pipes. All right, we got to cut it up because we're putting this stuff in construction garbage bags. Yeah, this system was plugged solid. Wasn't running too efficient at all. There's organic material in there, leaves that broke down over time. Look at that. Yep, no wonder the basement was flooding. No cleanouts, no access points, no way in. This is what you got.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you know, we got a 7-man crew right now, and you can see you got 5 trucks, 5 trailers.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, by the way, for payment, you guys take credit card, and do you take anything else, or just credit card?
We take credit card, personal check, cash.
Cash.
You know, those are the 3 biggies right there, you know.
Okay, all right, good, because I called.
You want to just write a check for the balance?
Or cash, or mix. I don't, because I called, and the lady kind of like.
Well, if you're going to pay cash, we'll give you a discount.
Okay.
If it's like money, like green dollar bills?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, discount is good. All right.
All right, sir. Thank you. Okay. All right, so the guys cleared out for lunch. So take a look at this here. So they're running the culvert pipe underneath the sidewalk. That way we don't have to worry about that pipe having a belly in it. And we run that underneath the sidewalk, and we put the 3-inch plus through a dual wall 4-inch culvert pipe. Is you want to pack the dirt back in with your shovel handle so that it's not hollow underneath the sidewalk. So anytime you over dig, do what you see Patrick doing. He went ahead and he took pea stone to fill in under the pipe. You don't want to take loose filled dirt and put it under the pipe if you over dig any trench. Always put stone there because it's 100% compacted. It's not going to settle and create a belly. Guys are doing a great job putting this back together again, and they're using the black catch basin covers. I'll show you how they get lost in the landscape. Got one installed. We need a rain to clean it off, but you can see the black gets lost in the landscapes. It's really nice to use the black throughout your landscape and then the green ones in the lawn. So you can see how nice those vented Cleanout leaf filters look. Cal's putting the copper sulfate in this trench. You know, we got this ornamental tree. We got another ornamental tree right there. Just want to keep the roots out of it. Got the first leaf filter there. Got a sediment trap. Got another leaf filter there. Another one there. The guy's got it on this manifold. Then we're putting a sediment trap right here. When you go underneath a sidewalk, you're deep. We're going to catch all that sediment right there. Well, basically, we're going to get all that shingle gravel right there. That line is going to push all that shingle gravel to this sediment trap, no problem. We do not have to worry about buildup in that 3-inch line. All right, so here's the difference between the green and the black. We got this beautiful forest green, real deep, rich green, especially in the growing season. It gets lost in the lawn, and there's your black. That's for the landscape. We're going to put the green one on. Just wanted to show you the 2 different covers, make everybody aware that they do exist. We got one riser. We had 2 risers on there, and the one riser was the way to go. They're each 2 inches of lift, and that puts us right where we need to be height-wise. Here's a riser, just so that you have a visual. No screws are needed. It's a press fit. You just push it on, and then a riser will stack on a riser, and they give you 2 inches of lift each. Here's the pop-up. Here's the black. So if your discharge line is in the landscape or it's in like a natural stoned area, the black looks pretty good. That way the green doesn't stand out. But yeah, you can see the black pop-up emitter versus the green.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. It supports the channel. If you have any questions regarding this installation, leave them in the comments section. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood, and until the next video.